Hello and welcome to Tipsi Gaming, where we first craft a cocktail and then wander over into World of Warcraft. Today in WoW, we are going to tumble into Torghast and take a look at soloing it as a druid and whether it's better to go as Resto or Balance spec. I think somebody's offended that we're leaving out kitty form. If you want to jump straight to the in-game play, check the timestamp below. Otherwise, stick around for today's cocktail. Because I'm a sucker for alliteration, we're going to have tequila with our Torghast today, specifically a lagerita, which is similar to a margarita, but with the addition of some lager. First thing we want to do is take some lime juice and rim our glass, and then dip it in our mixture of lime zest, salt, and chili powder. Set that aside for now. Then with a couple of ice cubes, we're going to mix together 1 ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of tequila, and half an ounce of agave syrup. Give that a mix. Magically fill our glass with ice. Strain the mixture into the glass. And top with the lager. I happen to have a mango wheat on hand and thought that would go well with it. And that's our tequila cocktail, so let's head over into Torghast. Before I begin, I want to remind you all that I will be streaming on Twitch this Sunday, December 13th at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, so come by and say hello. So for this video, I actually already ran through Torghast a fair number of times at this point, both as Resto and Balance spec as a druid, to kind of compare the two and see how they both felt. This first run is as my restoration spec. My item level is 173. I do have my legendary, which doesn't help for soloing Torghast at all. It is a layer 5 in Skuldus Hall. Just to give you some background, my main class and spec has been a Resto Druid since 2006. I primarily raid, but I will usually go balance for leveling and questing. So that first guy wasn't too bad. These two big guys kind of did present a little bit more of a challenge if I remember correctly. The first one not so much, but the second one did. Overall, as a Resto spec druid, going in here, it felt pretty weak, I'm gonna say that. You don't have the burst damage, you don't have as many stuns as Balance spec, and you also don't have the trance to help tank for you, so it's really just you. Yeah, this guy gave me a run for my money. But I made it, barely. I will also say that incorporating DPS into my Resto rotation is still fairly new to me. Up until BFA, I was used to basically being a healer and strictly a healer. Oh, this is the final boss of the floor. There wasn't really much to him. We're both ranged classes, so we just fired at each other until one was dead. Fortunately, it was him and not me. I did run out after that first boss just so I could give you a quick comparison, but as you can see, I did get hit on my way out by these couple of puppies here, and this is a layer 5, and they were a struggle. It felt like it was taking so long to get them down. I mean, yeah, I got there eventually, but it felt clunky, in my opinion. Now I'm coming in here as Balance. You will notice that it is floor 2 instead of floor 1 because I forgot to hit record on floor 1. So I had to go on to floor 2 for you guys. But I am in my Balance spec now, still 173 item level. I still only have my healing legendary, which still doesn't help me with the equip bonus, but it does with the stats. My talent spec was up there for a second. I don't know if you guys saw that, or feel free to pause the video if you need to. I did increase the speed just so that I didn't feel like it was taking forever. After Resto spec, Balance is probably what I'm most comfortable with, although I'm definitely still not a master of it by any means, just because I typically play it so intermittently. It's typically just for questing, so I really don't have to worry too much about output. I just have to make sure it's enough to get the job done. I feel like I had an easier time of the dungeon as a Balance spec, just because I had the treants, I had more stuns, I had just more power to burn things down. Okay, so here's another set of the puppies, and we can see how, like, kind of a straight comparison, although this is a layer above what my Resto spec had to deal with, but they are just getting burned down so much faster than before. I do recommend that if you are going to solo Torghast as a DPS spec, picking Restoration as your affinity just to help the process along. However, if you're one of those people that's exceptional at cat weaving or has just really been able to master dishing out the DPS while in your Resto spec, then by all means, go ahead. But for me personally, when I'm in healer spec, I focus on healing, and that has been hard to break. I improved. I got better about adding in DPS during BFA, but I know that there's room for improvement. Here's the final boss of floor 2. He did hit pretty hard, and he was a melee class, and I don't like melee, so I just wanted him to stay away from me. Lastly, I wanted to show you this clip from when you're on the quest to rescue Jaina. I have noticed that the rescue quests in Torghast are noticeably easier than just going in there and killing stuff. So for that, feel free to go in as whatever spec you're most comfortable. But this room was a bit of a challenge because earlier in the dungeon, I picked up the Elithium chains. Elithium weights, which gives you a great boost, but also means that you can't jump. I tried Soul Shape to see if maybe I could blink onto the other one. Nope, no dice. You can still get through this room, but it was a challenge, and I was actually very grateful that I was in here as Resto spec for this specific room with that specific anima power. As you can see over on the side, there's a whole bunch of breakables and an anima orb that I really wanted to go get, and so I did eventually find a way over there. And then to get all the way across, you do have to swim through the lava magma stuff around the left side and make your way up onto the platform. So it is possible, but I would say that it is not ideal. That was not a fun room to try and get through, and next time I will definitely think twice before picking up the Elithium weights. So that concludes this comparison between Balance and Resto spec soloing Torghast with Tequila. For me personally, I'm going to continue to go in as Balance spec because I feel like it's overall far more manageable than going in as Resto spec. That being said, it also wasn't a huge difference between the two, so if you are more comfortable going as Resto spec, by all means, go with that. That's it for today. Don't forget, I'll be streaming on Twitch this Sunday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Please like and share this video. And let me know in the comments if you have any cocktails or WoW videos that you want to see me do. Until next time, please remember to drink and game responsibly. Bye.